Alaska's fattest bears are having their annual beauty pageant, and it's the most wholesome competition on the internet right now. Fat Bear Week 2025 is happening at Katmai National Park, where massive brown bears are literally competing to see who can pack on the most pounds before winter hibernation. We're talking bears that gain up to 1,000 pounds in just a few months by gorging themselves on salmon. The reigning champion, Chunk, broke his jaw last year but relearned how to eat and is still one of the largest bears in the competition. 8 live streams are broadcasting these absolute units round the clock as millions of people vote in bracket-style elimination rounds. This isn't just cute animal content, it's a celebration of survival and preparation that feels oddly relatable as we all try to get ready for whatever life throws at us. The bears represent pure determination and the simple joy of watching nature do what it does best. In a world full of manufactured drama, Fat Bear Week reminds us that sometimes the most compelling reality TV involves no humans at all.
Shaquille O'Neal just proved why he's the most beloved celebrity on the planet by quietly paying for a complete stranger's engagement ring while standing in line at the mall. The 7'1" basketball legend was casually shopping at Zales when he overheard a young man discussing payment plans for his engagement ring. Without any fanfare or cameras rolling, Shaq simply handed over his credit card and told the stunned customer to keep the ring. This isn't a publicity stunt. It's just Tuesday for Shaq, who apparently does this constantly. He recently paid for an entire furniture set for a mom with an autistic daughter, gave a restaurant server a $4,000 tip when she jokingly asked for it, and bought a paralyzed 12-year-old's family an entire house. His father taught him to help others despite their family making only $30,000 a year, and now with a $400 million net worth, Shaq is living that lesson every single day. This is what generosity looks like when nobody's watching, and why Shaq remains one of the most genuinely beloved figures in entertainment. Doctors in London just achieved what many thought was impossible by slowing Huntington's disease by 75% using revolutionary gene therapy. Families who have watched this devastating condition destroy generations are finally seeing real hope as patients expected to be in wheelchairs are still walking, and one man who retired sick has actually returned to work. The breakthrough involves a complex surgery where a harmless virus carries fresh genetic instructions directly into the brain, essentially rewriting the disease's progression. What was once a single year of decline is now stretched into 4 years, giving families precious time they never thought they'd have. Huntington's disease has been a death sentence that runs in families, with children watching their parents deteriorate, knowing they might face the same fate. This gene therapy represents the first real weapon against a condition that has felt unstoppable for decades. The treatment is expensive and requires careful surgery, but the results have both doctors and patients in tears of joy. For the first time in generations, families affected by Huntington's can talk about the future with genuine hope instead of dread.
A 65-year-old academic just became the world's strongest granny by accidentally discovering she's a powerlifting phenomenon. Martine Behrens from Warwick University only wandered into a gym for a casual workout with a friend 18 months ago, and now she's shattered 4 world records and claimed European and World Championship titles. She started with a simple deadlift, discovered she could hoist 100 kilograms like it was a bag of groceries, and never looked back. "I've never been good at sport," she laughs, "so it's a bit mad to be world champion." From her quiet life in Stratford-upon-Avon to competing in Idaho, Martine is proving that sometimes you find your calling later in life and it just happens to involve throwing around massive amounts of iron. Her story is exploding across social media because it destroys every stereotype about aging and athletic ability. At an age when society expects people to slow down, Martine is literally getting stronger every day. She's become an inspiration for anyone who thinks they're too old to start something new or discover hidden talents.
Ed Sheeran once surprised a dying teenager in the hospital, and the story is going mega viral again for the most heartbreaking reason. In 2015, Jess Knight from Auckland was devastated when a leukemia diagnosis forced her to miss Ed's concert after she'd managed to get tickets. Her friends launched a social media campaign that reached Ed himself, and on Jess's 20th birthday, the global superstar showed up at Auckland City Hospital for a surprise visit. He spent half an hour talking about movies, food, travel, and sharing funny shark stories, while Jess was shaking with excitement. She called it one of the best moments of her life, and her family says that surprise visit gave her a memory she'd treasure forever. The heartbreaking twist is that Jess passed away less than a year later, making Ed's gesture even more precious. This story is resurging because it shows what celebrity kindness can really mean when someone is facing their darkest moments. Ed didn't do this for publicity or social media content. He did it because a young fan needed hope, and he had the power to give it to her.
A twice-yearly injection just became the closest thing to an HIV vaccine, and it's about to change everything for millions of people worldwide. Lenacapavir has shown near total success in preventing HIV transmission, and starting in 2027, it will be available to poorer countries for just $40 per year instead of the American price of over $28,000. 6 generic manufacturers have signed agreements to produce this breakthrough treatment for 120 low- and middle-income countries, covering millions who often can't manage daily pills or face stigma for taking them. This represents a historic shift in global health equity, where life-saving treatments won't be limited to wealthy nations. The injection works by blocking HIV from replicating in the body, essentially creating a protective barrier that lasts for months. For communities devastated by HIV, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, this could be the game changer that finally brings the epidemic under control. The price reduction from $28,000 to $40 shows what's possible when pharmaceutical companies prioritize global health over maximum profits. This isn't just a medical breakthrough, it's a victory for human dignity and the idea that everyone deserves access to life-saving medicine.
Scientists just discovered that mashing blueberries into baby food could be the secret to raising super healthy kids. A groundbreaking clinical trial in Colorado found that infants fed blueberry powder showed fewer allergy symptoms, stronger immune responses, and healthier gut bacteria compared to babies on regular diets. Professor Minghua Tong is calling this a critical first step in giving parents real, evidence-based advice about weaning and early nutrition. The research suggests that these tiny blue powerhouses could literally set children up for healthier lives by programming their immune systems from the very beginning. For older toddlers, parents should mash or chop the berries, while babies need them pureed for safety. This discovery is going viral among parents because it's such a simple intervention with potentially massive long-term benefits. We're talking about possibly preventing allergies, boosting immunity, and improving gut health with something as basic as adding blueberries to baby food. The timing is perfect as parents are increasingly looking for natural ways to give their children the best possible start in life without relying on expensive supplements or complicated interventions.
California just switched on the world's smartest infrastructure project by putting solar panels on top of water canals, and it's solving 2 massive problems at once. Project Nexus in the Central Valley is preventing billions of gallons of water from evaporating while generating clean electricity, all without taking up any farmland. The 1.6 megawatt pilot project is humming above rows of cotton and tomatoes while researchers watch to see if this could be expanded across California's 4,000 miles of canals. If successful, this could power entire cities while saving enough water to supply millions of homes during droughts. The concept is brilliantly simple: cover the water to stop evaporation and generate solar power at the same time. California is facing both a water crisis and an energy transition, and this project tackles both challenges with one elegant solution. The pilot is already showing promising results, as it reduces water loss while producing renewable energy in the state's agricultural heartland. This represents the kind of innovative thinking we need to address climate change while protecting our food supply and water resources.
Scientists in Leipzig just found the switch that could make your bones stronger as you age, instead of weaker. Researchers discovered a key receptor called GPR13 that, when activated with a substance called AP503, actually boosted bone density in mice and turned Braille frames into stronger ones. This breakthrough could revolutionize how we think about osteoporosis and aging, offering millions of people a chance to grow old with fewer fractures and more freedom. The substance doesn't just strengthen bones, it also improved muscle function in earlier studies, suggesting it could be a comprehensive anti-aging treatment. For women going through menopause and anyone facing age-related bone loss, this represents hope for maintaining strength and independence throughout their lives. The research is particularly exciting because it's not just preventing bone loss, it's actually making bones stronger than they were before treatment. If this works in human trials, we could be looking at a future where breaking a hip or suffering compression fractures becomes increasingly rare. This discovery could transform aging from a process of inevitable decline into an opportunity for continued strength and vitality.